We'll start today's class in a seated position. So finding your comfortable seat on the mat. Your legs can be crossed if that's available to you. And then closing your eyes if you'd like. As we begin, just finding yourself here. Inviting God in to do the work, the unseen work that may need to be done. Maybe there's restoration or healing that your body and your mind and your heart need. Or maybe it's rejuvenation or rest. All of those things can come from this practice as you invite God in to meet you where you are. And I invite you to listen to your body. So as we practice today, doing what feels right, what feels good, and maybe resting if you need to, or pushing yourself if you need to a little bit. So tuning in and honoring where you're at today is part of this practice. And we'll start with a seated warm-up, seated breath. So finding a tall spine, reaching spine to the sky. The arms will come out to the side, palms press out and fingertips press down. And as you inhale, start to reach the arms back as the heart reaches forward. And then exhale, C-curve the spine, hands come together in the front, chin comes toward the chest. Interlacing the fingers, reach tall on the inhale. And then exhale, back down, arms wide, palms out, fingers down. Good, inhale, heart forward, arms back. Exhale, palms together, C-curve the spine. Inhale, pressing hands up to the sky, reaching tall. And exhale, back down. Do that a few times with your own breath at your own pace. Tuning in to how this feels today. Two more times. Your last exhale, allow the arms to come all the way down. And just a mini twist on each side. The right hand can come to the left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tiny twist to the left. Good. Inhale, lengthen back to center. Left hand to right knee. Exhale, tiny twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. And then bringing the soles of feet together. Knees are wide for butterfly. Sit tall on your inhale. And exhale, start to pull the feet towards you as you fold forward a little bit. So as you inhale, lengthening. As you exhale, folding a little bit, pulling yourself gently toward your feet. Good. On your next inhale, rising back up. And then crossing the legs on the opposite side from before, if your legs were crossed. Sitting tall, reaching the arms up high on the inhale. Palms come to touch. And then exhale, the right forearm comes to the right side of the mat. The left arm reaches long over to the right. Breathing into that left side body. Keeping both sits bones on the mat if you can. And opening the heart up a little bit toward the sky. Good. On your next inhale, rise up. We'll make our way to the other side. Left forearm comes down. Right arm reaches long toward the left side. Breathing in here. Good. Rising back to center on the inhale. And then we'll take a few breaths here, just releasing the shoulders and the neck. So as you inhale, reach the shoulders up to the ears as high as you can. And then exhale, let it all go. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale, shoulders to ears. And release. And then just take tiny stretches with the neck here. Maybe you roll left to right. And notice if there's any tense or tight areas, more so than others. And stay there in that position and breathe. Breathe into that space. Breathe into that area of tension. And then moving to another area when you're ready. Good. Coming back to a neutral spine. And we'll start to just do some circles with the upper body. So reaching to the right and forward, to the left and back. Doing body circles, taking your time. You can be as modest or as generous with these stretches as feels good for your body today. And then going the opposite direction. Just noticing, is this smooth, easy for you? Is it challenging, or are there places you feel like they're getting stuck? Just noticing and moving however feels good. And when you're ready, coming to that neutral spine again. Making your way to tabletop. And then pressing back to a down dog. Toes tuck. Hips lift and the heels reach toward the mat. It's okay if they don't touch. It's okay if they do. Breathing here. Maybe pedaling out the legs if you want, bending one knee and the other. And then looking to the top of your mat, starting to walk the feet to meet the hands for forward fold. Releasing head and neck and shoulders and arms here. Maybe you shake the head yes and no. Maybe you sway or bring the hands into the crooks of the elbows. See what feels good for you. Good, and then releasing the arms if they're folded and rising up slowly on the inhale. Letting the head and neck hang until you get to the very top. Standing in mountain pose. All 4 corners of the feet rooted in the mat. Arms down by your side and palms shine forward. And the heart shines forward a little here. So imagine reaching the heart up and forward and breathing into that space. You can close your eyes if you want. As you inhale, feet all the way to top of the head. I am. As you exhale all the way back down to the earth. Here. And a few times. Again, inviting God, if you want, into your time, into your practice, into your body, your breath, your heart. On your next inhale, reach the arms high, extended mountain. Biceps by the ears, palms face one another, and exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, extended mountain, arms high. And exhale, sink into a yogi chair. So we're sitting in an imaginary chair here. Knees are bent. Hips sink down. Legs are strong here. Arms are up. So biceps by the ears, palms facing one another. Breathing here. Finding grounding in the feet. Bringing the hands to heart center. Good. On your next inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands, step back for down dog. Take an inhale and exhale here. And then when you're ready, coming to the knees for child's pose, toes together, knees wide. Take a few breaths here. Forehead can rest on the mat. Grounding back. I'll read this prayer from Ephesians 3:17 through 19. Then, by constantly using your faith, the life of Christ will be released deep inside you, and the resting place of His love will become the very source and root of your life. Then you will be empowered to discover what every Holy One experiences, the great magnitude of the astonishing love of Christ in all its dimensions. How deeply intimate and far-reaching is His love. How enduring and inclusive it is. Endless love beyond measurement that transcends our understanding. This extravagant love pours into you until you are filled to overflowing with the fullness of God. As you breathe here, imagine taking that in. Breathing in the astonishing love of Christ in all its dimensions. Endless love beyond measurement. Extravagant love pouring into you. Feel yourself here being enveloped by this extravagant love. Imagine the banner over you. The banner over you is love. The resting place of His love will become the very source and root of your life. You're welcome to stay here in this posture or come back to it at any point in the practice. Inviting this love pouring into you whenever you need it. And if you'd like to continue to move, taking your time to rise back to a down dog. Coming back to a deep, even breath here. Inhale and exhale it out. Inhale, the right leg rises. And exhale, bring it through for lunge. The foot plants between the hands. The left toes stay on the mat. And arms rise up. There's always the option to be on your knee if you need that today. So we're in crescent lunge here. Right knee is directly over the right ankle. The back toe presses into the mat. Left leg is straight. Breathing here. And then reaching the hands back behind the body, clasping hands together. As you inhale, pull the hands down, reach the heart up. Breathing here. And as you exhale, start to bow forward. The right shoulder comes to the inside of the right knee. The left heel can come down for extra support here. And the hands are still together, fingers interlaced, working toward the head and maybe coming toward the ground. Breathing here. Humble warrior. Good. On your next inhale, pressing into the feet, rising up. Reaching the arms up high again, extended crescent lunge. And then reaching the hands toward the mat, framing the front foot. Lifting the left leg up and back for standing splits. Breathing here. Awesome. Bring the left foot to meet the right, fold forward. Inhale, rise, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands, step back for down dog. Good. From down dog, reach the left toes high on the inhale. And exhale, plant the foot between the hands, setting up for crescent lunge on this side. Breathing here. Pressing into the left foot, reaching the arms high, crescent lunge. Left knees over the left ankle. Right toes press into the mat. See if you can relax shoulders down the back. Good, and then reaching the hands behind the back, clasping the fingers together, palms pressing in toward one another. You can bring the right heel down, adjusting the feet as needed. Inhale, pull the hands down, reach the heart open. Breathing here. Good, when you're ready, starting to bow forward, left shoulder till inside of left knee. Hands reaching over the head toward the ground. Breathing here, humble warrior. Good, when you're ready, pressing into the feet, rising up on the inhale. Releasing the hands, shake it out if you want, and reach the arms high back to crescent lunge. Toe comes back to the mat. And then reaching hands to the mat, framing the left foot, pressing into the left foot as you reach the right foot high and back for standing splits on this side. See if you can keep the hips even, aligned with the mat. Good. Bringing the right foot to meet the left, fold forward. Inhale, reach high, extended mountain. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach high, extended mountain. And then exhale, sink back to your yogi chair. Knees are bent, hips sinking, and arms are up, reaching long and high. Coming into eagle pose, the left arm reaches under the right and wraps around, palms come to touch. If that's not available for you, the backs of hands can come to touch. Or if this is too much, just grab the shoulders with the hands. Staying in your chair pose, you may already start to notice the legs shaking. Just breathing here. Reaching elbows up in line with the chin. Good, and then if you're ready and would like to deepen the posture, you can reach the right leg up and over the left. So you can use the toe as a kickstand on the mat, or you can let the right foot hang off the side. Squeezing everything into the middle of the body here. Breathing, sinking deeper. Good. One more breath here, you can do it. And then inhale, release, shake it out. Whew. And we're going to come to eagle on the other side. So inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, sink into your chair. This time, right arm wraps under the left. Eagle arms. Bringing weight into the right foot. Left leg reaches up over the right. Breathing here, squeezing everything in to the middle of the body. Steady, strong. If you come out of it, no worries. Just try to come back in if you want. Breathing here, squeezing, sinking the hips a little lower. One more breath. Good, and then stand up, release, shake it out. Coming into mountain pose, feet planted on the earth, arms can just rest by the sides. And just tune into the body here. How does it feel? Do you feel energy moving to different parts of the body? Just taking it in. Bringing your hands to your heart. Tuning in, can you feel your heartbeat? This beautiful place that has such capacity to love, to have compassion, to have empathy, to give to others, to receive from others. Tremendous capacity to forgive. Just taking a moment to thank your heart for all it's been through and all it's done for you. The physical heart and the emotional heart. Then, by constantly using your faith, the life of Christ will be released deep inside you, and the resting place of His love will become your very source and root of your life. Then you will be empowered to discover what every Holy One experiences, the great magnitude of the astonishing love of Christ in all its dimensions. How deeply intimate and far-reaching is his love. How enduring and inclusive it is. Endless love beyond measurement that transcends our understanding. This extravagant love pours into you until you are filled to overflowing with the fullness of God. Breathing that in. Reach high. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. And exhale, plant the hands, come down to a tabletop. Taking a few cat-cows here if you'd like. Dropping the belly as you inhale, pressing the heart forward. And exhale, spine to sky, releasing head and neck. Moving here through cat-cows or body circles or pressing hips left to right. See what feels good for you today. And then we're going to make our way to camel pose. So I'm giving you a few options here with camel. We'll come to the knees, standing on the knees, and I'll show you half camel first. Half camel, your left arm will just rest by your side. Your right arm will reach up toward the sky. So bicep by the ear, palm faces in. And as you inhale, start to press the hips forward and reach up with the heart, walking the gaze up and back as is comfortable. Keeping the breath going here. Option here to bring the left hand over the heart. And then coming back slowly, right hand can come over the left hand and coming to seated on the heels. And just breathing here. Feeling your heartbeat. Tuning into any sensations in the body. When you're ready, rising up to do half camel on the other side. Standing on the knees. Right arm rests by the thigh, left arm reaches high. And as you inhale, starting to walk the gaze up and back, pressing hips forward, opening the heart, bending the back, opening the neck and throat as is available to you. Option to cover the heart with the right hand. Breathing here. And then slowly, when you're ready, walking the gaze back, coming back to seated on your heels, hands over heart. Breathing here. Noticing what sensations are happening in the body on a physical level, on a subtle level, on an emotional level. Then if you'd like to try full camel, I invite you to watch first if you've never done it, and then you can practice it. So, full camel, standing on the knees again. The hands can come to the back, either palms, fingers facing up or down. whichever feels more comfortable for you. The hands will be sort of on the low back here, and the elbows press back and toward one another. As you start to press the hips forward, you'll walk the gaze up and back, opening the heart, opening the throat. And then if you are very open and you want to explore deepening the pose, you can start to reach the hands back for the heels. Breathing here. Taking your time when you're ready to come out of this pose, slowly walking the gaze back, coming to a seated position. Hands can cover over the heart if you'd like. Tuning in again. For some people, full camel or even half camel can bring up some odd sensations in the body. That's normal. For me personally, if I do full camel, sometimes it'll make my stomach hurt. And I think that has some connection to my emotional, subtle energy. It's a very big heart opener, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable for us. So just noticing how you do with that. Noticing without judgment, just considering what you can learn about yourself through these postures, through the sensations in the body. Coming to a tabletop and then back to a child's. You can take a traditional child with knees wide if you want, or a restorative child with knees together, arms down by the side, forehead on the mat. Coming back to your breath here in child's, letting it just be even in your natural rhythm. Rising to a table and then making your way to your back. Hugging the knees into the chest, maybe rolling around gently here. And then letting both knees fall to the left side. Arms can tee out or be like cactus arms. And your gaze can go to the right if you want a deeper twist. Breathing here. Good, hugging the knees back into center. Going to the other side when you're ready. Hugging the knees back in. And taking any other postures that sound good to your body right now. Maybe you reach the legs up to the sky and point and flex the toes. Maybe you cross the legs and grab the feet, pulling the feet gently toward you for a hip opener. If you do that, make sure you do it on each side. Or maybe you take a happy baby, grabbing the insides of the feet or the toes with the peace fingers. And whenever you're ready, making your way to Shavasana, your resting pose. Legs can fully relax on the mat, arms down by your side. Shoulders resting fully on the mat. Option to walk the shoulders a little bit underneath so that your heart is above. Option here to bring one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And as you breathe, feeling the body rise and fall with the breath. You can stay here as long as you want. Maybe coming back to the heart meditation, filling your heart with that endless love, that enduring, inclusive, extravagant love of Christ for you. This extravagant love pours into you until you are filled to overflowing with the fullness of God. I'll end with this blessing. May you know yourself beloved and blessed by the God who seeks you, desires you, calls you by name. Shalom.